So this is a why should you get / buy the new Nexus 5. And first of all, we're gonna start with the price point. The Nexus 5 has some killer specs, and a lot of people thought that the leak that I was talking about on my last video was just a mistake, but no, it wasn't. It was actually a leak, and it was a legit leak because that's exactly what it costs, $349, which with taxes and stuff, I don't know if they're charging taxes, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like around $370. Still, for this caliber of a phone, this is very good for Google, because 300, let's say to the most $380 for the, I believe it's the 8GB version, is not bad, knowing that all these specs are very good. Now iPhone 5 will cost you, unlocked iPhone 5 will cost you somewhere from $600 to $700. A unlocked Galaxy S3 or a Note 2, a Note 2 would definitely cost you more, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I hope. So now let's cover these killer specs. So the new Nexus 5 is gonna have a very cool, very beastie display. It's gonna be a 4.95 inch Full HD 1080p display, basically a 5-inch display, but full, HD display. The processor is an absolute beast. This phone has the same processor as the Note 3, and you may be saying, how the hell do they do all this if the Note 3 costs probably twice as much as this phone unlocked? And that's because they're Google and they have the power to do this, and probably because Samsung is just money hungry and wants to take all your money. But the processor found on this device is a 2.3 GHz Snapdragon 800 processor. It's a quad-core processor, and it's very fast. Now, to the camera, it has an 8-megapixel camera with OIS. If you don't know what OIS, it stands for Optical Image Stabilization, which means it has a dedicated processor just for taking very good and very stable pictures. Now, you can get it either in a 16GB model, I think, or a 32. I'm not quite sure on this, but that's what I think. It's either a 16 or an 8 and a 16, either one of those two. But to the RAM, it has 2GB of RAM, which is really not that necessary with the new version of Android that's releasing on this phone, which is Android 4.4 KitKat. And some of the new features of Android 4.4 KitKat is a new Google Now and some new shortcuts, and not that big of a change up. It's mostly behind the scenes changes, stuff that you regularly don't see. Now, one of the coolest things and one of my favorite things about this device is that it has 4G LTE. If you don't know, I'm gonna give you guys a little brief history about the antennas and the speed. So the last Nexus, which was the Nexus 4, had HSPA technology. You could get it to say 4G, but it was still using the HSPA speed. And HSPA speed is pretty fast. It's like fast 3G basically. Then 4G is a step up from HSPA, and 4G LTE is 4G times 2. And in China, there's some new technology that they're trying out, but it just works over there, not here because of the processors, but that's another story. So yeah, you guys, that's basically all the specs, and the shipments of this device will start on November 8. You can now buy it as of today, or whenever you're watching this video, you'll be able to buy it if it's not sold out by then. So in my opinion, what I think about this device, it's a must get if you like devices and if you're trying to look for a new phone. I know $350 may seem a lot, but in the long run, you're not renewing that contract, and it's a hell of a phone, a cool design, and everything. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, hope it helps out, and make the right decision. Don't go for a 2-year contract unless it's a amazing phone. Maybe you want to get a Note 3 because of the size of the screen, but you might want to consider a Nexus 5. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Take it easy. Till next time.